Let me again start with my story. It's not very interesting one. It's a very common man story. You and me go through it every day. It's the story of climate change, just with a slight difference. Difference of concern, difference of being aware about the problem, and the difference of taking actions. It's the same thing. If we keep ignoring our health issues for a long period of time, someday it will boost up in a really bigger one and will come out as something very major health problem to us. In the same way, it works even for our Mother Earth. We have been ignoring all whatever we experience around us, the forest fires, we see unseasonal rains, we see climate change very evidently, the rise in the prices of the pulses, tomatoes, vegetables, and all of that happening because of the climate change. We do read the news about droughts, floods, forest fires, and whatnot. But again, we are not concerned. We are not aware. And the problem lies there. That slight difference of being aware, concerned, and then taking the right actions. There are a very few people who are aware of the issues. Out of those few of them are again concerned, but a very few of them are actually taking the actions. It's really saddening that our planet is burning, our home is burning, and we are not doing enough to save it. So, today, let me take you all through this journey of climate change. How did we all reach here? And why did we all reach here? We all are maximum concerned about making our careers, building our homes, making our vacation homes, building our resorts, and whatnot. We are majorly concerned about maintaining our living standards, maintaining, being sophisticated. But I'm not sure where are we actually heading to? Where are we actually, with all of these things, where are we actually leading? And that is what is the main issue of concern right now. There are a lot of issues around, but the very major one which is there is the issue which is it is produced in billions. We use it only for few minutes, but it remains there for many, many years. I am talking about plastic. Plastic nowadays is being produced in billions. We hardly use it for few minutes, and it remains on our planet for many, many years, rather centuries. We use it every day. Plastic is so versatile that it has entered every aspect, every facet of our life. And it is completely impossible for us to imagine our life without plastic. Have a look around and you will see so many plastic being used even in this room. And it is just not possible to replace it. But there are again few things which we can really do. And let's focus on those today. How many of you all know here the story of plastic? How did the plastic originate and why did we originate? Why did we invented something which is creating such a havoc now on our planet? Do we know, why did there was this need that we need an object of such a thing which we can use anywhere and everywhere? You will be shocked to know that plastic was actually invented as a replacement of our natural resources and to protect the depletion of our natural resources. Back in mid 1800s, there was this a lot of natural resources were being consumed, like elephant's ivory, tortoise shell, and a lot of paper coming directly from trees. We were seeing a lot of deforestation, and that is when there was this need of something which can replace all of these objects were felt. And back in around 1906 in Belgium, a chemist found out this material which we now know as plastic. Look at the irony. It was initially being invented to protect our natural resources, but now it has really hampered the foundation of our earth, how we all are living. Plastic now is being produced more than any other thing on this planet. And we are, just because it is very versatile, it is easy for us to use, it makes our life easier. We all are using it non-stop. And mindlessly, we are consuming it without actually thinking of the consequences that we can have later on. I will again share a very small story with you all. There was this beautiful experiment being done wherein parents and children both were called for a drawing thing. Like, it was not a competition, but it was an event which was around drawing, painting. They all got their separate sheets and but one set of colors. So let's see, I give you all here one set of colors and I divide you in two groups. I ask, first group will firstly come and then draw whatever you all want in your sheets. You all will normally, it's a human tendency that you all will use all the bright colors, good colors, and you will make something beautiful. I asked the second group to come. So, in the same way, it happened there also. First, the parents were asked to draw something using those set of colors, and then the children were asked to draw the same thing, like, something of their own choice, but using the same set of colors. When the pictures were compared, the pictures of parents were very colorful, but the pictures of those children were very black and white, brownish, grayish. Because all the beautiful colors were consumed by the parents, rather, they knew that even our kids also have to use the same colors, but that concern doesn't come there. So it's the same thing that we are doing now. We are consuming everything so mindlessly as if there is no tomorrow, as if we are the last generation who has to live on this planet, and let's not leave anything for the coming for our future generations. I I'm just very saddened by the fact I have seen people consuming electricity, water whenever we go for vacations mindlessly, and especially whenever we are staying in any hotels. We are not concerned about ACs being on even when we are not using them. We take long hot showers without being concerned about water. And when pointed out, the replies that I have got, because we have paid for them. We have paid lavishly for that hotel room, so why we should not use them? But, my dear friends, do you really think that electricity and that water belongs to you or me? It's a resource, or rather, I would say it's the source of our life, which belongs to every one of us, and no one can really buy it. So, this point of being so mindless, so selfish, I'm not sure where we are actually heading to. We have actually come in this race of urbanization and sophistication to a point that when we see someone repeating clothes so often, we say, why don't you really invest in clothes? Itne paise bacha ke kya karega tu? Repeating clothes have become chindi nowadays. If we see our friends carrying their own water bottles, we always taunt them, why do you want to save so much of money? Why we are so centered about money? There's this again beautiful quote which says, it is only when the last tree, when it's being cut, all our water bodies being completely polluted, and all our natural resources being completely used, we will realize that we cannot really eat money. So today, let's just again look what is the power of one. The question again comes whenever I practice something or whenever I propagate this idea on social media, people do say, तुम्हारे करने से क्या ही हो जाएगा? What will happen if only you do it and no one else? But it's only one straw said 1 billion people. So if you all come together in this journey to ride through this ocean of climate change, take all the golden bullets, and just sail through it with the stars of sustainability, what may not happen? I just again want to, quote what Mahatma Gandhi said here: be the change that you really want to see. And we, at this point of time, it is not really us who should be sitting and cribbing, government is not doing anything. But there are also a lot of things which are in our hands and which can actually bring change. Just imagine if we 100 people over here, or whoever watches this, whoever listens to this, our families, I'm sure we will create thousands of people. And if we say no to paper cups, if we say no to plastic bottles, if we say no to plastic bags, what may happen? Those thousands of plastic products which will have, rather than ended up in a landfill, will now not, and we will see the impact of it in the coming future. We have become so selfish now that we are very much eager to pluck a fruit from a well grown tree and eat it, but we don't have the patience to grow a new tree for our future generations. Whenever you are eating something, remember there is someone else who grew those things years back. And who, how will our children, or how will our future generations will get to experience those things if we don't do it today? So it's the time of action now that we all should come together and actually, start looking at the positive side, at the greener side, which is still green, and we can make it more green in the coming future also. There are a lot of examples being set by our fellow citizens in India itself. There's this person, Mr. Jadhav, as far as I remember his name. He is called as the forest man of India. He single handedly planted hundreds and thousands of trees on a barren, deforested land. And now that island is so fertile, is so rich, that people are really enjoying there. And he was the one who single handedly planted and managed all those trees. So it's never the question of power of one. It is always about that we are not ready to take those efforts. We live in a world of instant gratification where we want everything so fast and on our fingertips. We have just forgotten the habit of being patient. We don't have patience to actually go and shop because online shopping is there now. We don't have patience to go out and stand in the queues for banks because we have instant banking now. Similarly, we don't have patience to also see what our actions can actually create the change in this world, the greener change in this world. So, we should not really question the power of one. And we all here are so powerful that if we all come together, we can actually create a lot of change, a lot of impact for the planet. There is always, I was taking this corporate workshop, and there also I was talking about plastic, the journey of plastic, how plastic is important, but how we should definitely say no to single use plastics and should look at the alternatives of plastic. There was this question being asked by someone in the corporate. We can do it, but how about the people living below poverty line? They will not be able to afford those plastic alternatives like bamboo products. But do you really think those people, or people in rural areas, in villages, they are creating as much as waste as we are creating? They do not also have ACs in their homes. So the amount of CFCs that we create on daily basis, they don't even create in the whole of their lifestyle. It's again a human thing that we are always looking for excuses, and we are always looking on the side which is not in our hand rather than looking on the side which is in our hand. So my answer to that lady was simple. They do not really have to buy bamboo products to be sustainable. We get up and we brush using a plastic toothbrush, but maybe those people are using the neem stem to brush their teeth. Or maybe till today they are using the tooth powder using their fingers to brush their teeth. So it is not about what someone else is doing. It's always about what can you do and what's in your hand to make this change. So I'm not sure if all of this makes sense or not, but if it does, I will only have one request for today, that always look on the side which is in our hand. I'm sure, there will be again questions being asked to me, and maybe if you all will have it. We can segregate waste at home, but until and unless that is being taken care of by the government, that will not make any sense, and it will not bring any change. You are right and you are true there. But then, what's in your hand is to compost. What's in your hand is to send those things to recycling. You know. So again, the point comes down to what we can do and looking at the side which is in our control rather than cribbing about what we cannot really do. So I would like to rest my talk here and will leave you with this message that the time for action is now, and it might actually get too late to take any action if we just, be seated there and we just think someone else will come and will take the action. No one else will come because we are living here. It's our planet, it's our home, and we should be the one being concerned about it. Whenever we say save Earth, save our planet, I'm not, I I don't think it's right because we do not really need to save planet. We need to save us. We need to save humankind. Planet doesn't require us. We require the planet. And we saw this very well in COVID. When we all were away, locked down in our homes, our planet was doing very well. Our water bodies got cleaned up themselves. So we know our planet don't require us, rather we are the tenants and we require the planet. So again, for us, for your children, for our coming generations, let's get together and focus on the things that we can do. Thank you so much.